Hi everyone, today we are going to see how to install hadoop big data in Ubuntu 14.04 version. Before getting started into installing the hadoop 14.04, please do subscribe and comment my channel in YouTube. You can visit my channel Technology Fresh in YouTube and you can learn many things like big data and introduction to big data, concepts of big data, and you have Apache Pig, Hive, Scoop, and Flume. All those things I have listing in my video tutorials. It will really helpful for the persons who are willing to study for big data. If you go for institutes, they might charge you a huge sum of amount, and they will not teach you all those stuffs in when you are going to the big data learning places, because they might not know the scenarios things, and they will not explain what you have. If you are asking any doubts related to anything, they will not definitely explain you. So this video tutorial is based on completely like how to do some things when they're in real time, how you face issues, all those things we have kept in mind and designed this video. So please do subscribe and comment my channel in Technology Fresh. We are providing like free online video tutorials. It's not like any cost or anything like that. You don't want to bother about that. So please do subscribe my channel in YouTube. Okay. Before getting started, please do subscribe my channel. Let's get started with installing this big data. Okay, in 14.0.4 version. I have some documents for that to install. Okay, I will tell you what we are going to do now. First we are going to start with sudo apt-get update. It will update all the packages. If it's asking for the password, please do enter the password. For my computer I have set some different passwords, so for your computer you will have some different passwords. Okay, please enter the password. Once you enter the password, it will try to run all the packages and it will try to update your system. Once it's updated, and you can go with the next step of creating the SSH, okay, to log in without password. Okay, I am using the passwordless authentication method here. Okay, once this update is completed, we will go with the SSH-keygen. Once the SSH is done, we are going to do a cat of SSH ID underscore RSA.public. We are going to copy this public key and we are going to paste that public key into this authorized key to use for SSH authorized, like SSH passwordless authentication. We are using that one. Okay, it's downloading the packages. Oh, it says it will take around 50 minutes. Let's wait and see what it will does. Once this package is updated, we need to install the SSH keygen. Okay, once we install the SSH keygen, we can do the passwordless authentication. What I can do, let me pass this video for 5 minutes. Okay, because it will take some time to download those packages. My internet speed is very slow only, so that's why I am going to pass this video. In your case, if you are using a broadband, high speed broadband connection, it will be very fast. Okay, it has installed now. There is no need to pass this video. Okay, let me continue with the next step, SSH-keygen. Once I type SSH-keygen, hit enter, and it will ask to overwrite the file. Yes, I hit yes, and then hit enter. Once you type SSH-keygen, it will create a key pair for ID underscore RSA public. You need to copy that dot. Once I will go into the SSH, I will show you the file. It's ID underscore RSA.public. We need to copy this ID underscore RSA.public into authorized key. Okay, let me do that by copying. I'm going to use the vi id underscore, otherwise I will go out of this. I will do like cat ssh cat.ssh slash id underscore rsa dot pub. I'm going to forward this to dot ssh slash authorize underscore keys. Once I hit enter, the public key is passed to the authorized key. Once it is passed to authorized key, we can do an ssh, we can do a authentication using like a passwordless authentication. Okay, you can next move to the step of sudo apt -get install open -jdk -7-jdk. The minimum version to install Ubuntu, we need to have this OpenJDK 7, so it will be installed for this Ubuntu, like hadoop will be installed with this version 7. It is supported for hadoop. Okay, the installation will take around like 1 minute and 18 seconds. Based on your broadband connection, the download might be in seconds. If you are trying to install this one in AWS, it will complete within a fraction of seconds, like 1 or 2 seconds. Once you type the commands, once you hit enter, it will automatically download the package from the back end of the AWS internet service. Okay, because AWS is providing a very fast and good internet speed at when we are trying to install Hadoop from the AWS. Okay, it will take around 5 to 6 minutes. Within 5 to 6 minutes of time, we can install Hadoop in AWS. Now we are installing like a Hadoop AWS Hadoop in a single system, like a single node installation. The single node instance, we are installing it in the Ubuntu 14.04 version. Okay, this Ubuntu 14.0 version will be the one which we will be using in the most of the industries will use this Ubuntu 14.04 version, because all the updates and all the updates will be working fine in this 14.04 version. So industries choose this one as a main for installing this Hadoop in the real-time environment. Okay, it's now downloading the packages. Once that package is downloaded, we will next download the package for Hadoop 1.2.1, which is a basic version which I am going to install. Because why I am trying to install this version, you will come to know the difference between the basic version 1 and then the like latest version. We will try first installing with the basic version. Once we are completed with the basic installation, we can then move with the next step of the like latest version. We can install that. This is why I am installing, is that we need to know from the basic version where the Hadoop they started and how the Hadoop version 1 works and the version 2 works. I will show you one by one. Okay, we will check how much installation is completed now. It is now, it will take around 20 seconds to complete the installation. Once it's done, we need to like tar that file. We are going to untar that one, like the downloaded Hadoop 1.2.1.tar.gz. We are going to untar that one. Once we untar that one, we are going to move it into this folder called user/local. Why we are going to use in the user/local is that the thing is that the third-party softwares they will be moving into this local directory user/local, and then I am going to rename the Hadoop 1.2.1 to Hadoop. Okay, it will be easy for the our use and convenience. Okay, so we are doing that one. If you feel that my video is boring or anything like that, please do leave your comments in the feedbacks, feedbacks or suggestion or whatever it may be, and please do mention what I need to improve on the parameters. Once it will be really useful for me to give some more better video on this. Okay. We are going to pause this video for a few seconds because the installation might take time, I think, because my internet speed is very low. Okay, now Java is installed in our machine. Now we will try to install this hadoop version 1.2.1 in our system. I'm going to copy and paste this command. This is nothing but this apache.mirror. This is a website where we can get the Hadoop packages. So if you want to get the latest version or something latest version, you need to check this path common and then next move with the latest version. Once you find the latest version, try to install the latest version, and you can also check with the latest version. Now for this convenient purposes, what I'm doing is that I'm trying to install the basic version. Okay, the basic version from the scratch we are trying to install. It will take around 2 minutes to complete this installation. For the it will size of the file will be 61 MB. If you are trying to install these packages from AWS, it might be installed within a fraction of seconds. We can wait for this one. Once this installation is completed, we will move on with the next one. Okay, the installation is now completed. Now we are going to do a untar of this file. Once we do untar of this file, it will extract all the components that is present inside the Hadoop version 1.2.1 Okay, I am going to paste this command. Once I paste, I am going to hit enter. Once I hit enter, it will extract the file. Once it's extracted, we will use the next command sudo mv and then hadoop 1.2.1 user local hadoop. We are going to move hadoop to that location. Okay, and we are going to rename the Hadoop 1.2.1 to Hadoop for our easy and easy convenience. We are renaming it. Okay. Okay. The Hadoop is package is untabbed. Once we untab the package, next what we are going to do, we are going to do a move command. Using the move command, we are going to move this Hadoop 1.2.1 to the user local, and we are going to rename the 1.2.1 to Hadoop. Okay. Once we move the file to the location user/local, why we are moving that user/local is that we are using a third party software, so we are moving it to the user/local. Next command is that we are going to use the bash rc command. I'm going to, before using the bash rc command, I'm going to install a package called sudo apt install vim. Because I am very good working with this vim editor, so I am trying to install this vim editor. If you are well versed with the gedit or some other packages, you can install that. Okay, I have the latest version of the vim install. I'm going to do vim.bash rc. Once I do vim.bash rc, a file will be opened. In that, you need to set the environmental variable for the Java. Okay, I will go to the last line and I will do that. Okay, before that, I have previously done some things in that. I'm going to hide all those things. This I have done for the version 2, so I don't need that one, so I am going to hide that one, and I am going to set a new path for this one. Okay, I am going to copy some commands. I will explain you one by one. We are setting the path for the Hadoop, and the path is user/local/Hadoop, in which we have the Hadoop installation files, and then we are going to give the bin. Why we are giving this bin is that we have like the commands, Hadoop related commands. These Hadoop related commands we have been stored in this bin. The bin will process this Hadoop related commands. Okay. Next we are providing this Java_home the user lib/jvm. We are setting this Java path. Okay. Once we set this Java path, we can save this file. Escape wq. Once you provide this escape wq, the file will be saved. Next we are going to set this environmental variable for Hadoop. Okay, environmental variable for Hadoop, we need to type user/local/hadoop/conf and then hadoop-environmental.sh. Okay, once we type this, once we navigate the path user/local/hadoop, we will find the configuration, and then next we move with the Hadoop hyphen. In the configuration you will find like many configuration related files, like we are going to configure Hadoop environmental.sh, Hadoop core site.xml inside the configuration files, and we are going to hdfs-site.xml, and then we are going to do MapReduce, that is a MapReduce site.xml, and then we are going to create some directory. Okay, let's see one by one. Before that, we are going to set this path for Java and then for Hadoop in the Hadoop environmental variable. Once we navigate the path, press, if you are using the Vim editor, press Shift G and then O, it will go to the next line, and then I'm going to paste the two lines. One is the export java underscore home. I'm going to paste the path of the java, and then next export hadoop underscore opts, where I'm setting the IP version 4 is true. Okay, because the version 1 supports the version 1 of hadoop supports the IPv4 connection, so we are setting the IPv4 connection to true. Okay, by the you will have, like, also if we are not setting this one to true, it might have conflicts with the IP version 6, so it might be a problem with the IP version 6. So we are setting this IP version 4 stack is equal to true. Once we are done with that, next we are moving with the core site. Okay, next we are moving with the core site XML. Vim and then slash enter, and then you will find the core site XML. Navigate using Shift G and then insert. Once you insert, copy and paste this first 4 lines, and then copy and paste this next 4 lines. Okay, I will explain you. It's for, like, we are setting fs.default.name, and then it will set like HDFS file location to localhost :9000, and then hadoop.tmp.directory. We are setting this temporary directory location. Okay, that is for the metadata storage. Okay, and it's once we are done with this metadata storage, type W key and save the file. Once we done with that, next move with the vim slash. Once we move with the HDFS, like we are configuring for the HDFS-site.xml, copy these 4 lines. Once we copy the 4 lines, and what we are going to do a DFS distributed file system replication. In my case, I am going to install only one node, so I am giving the replication to be 1. Okay, once I done with that, I am going to save the file, because I am using only one data node, so I am giving the replication factor as 1. Suppose in your case, if you are going to use more than 1 or 2 or 3, you can provide the replication factor to 3 or something like that. Okay, and next we move with the hadoop mapred-site.xml. We are setting the MapReduce site.xml configuration here. Once navigate the path and copy and paste this one. This is used to run the MapRed job tracker. Okay, we are setting for the job tracker. This will run the jobs. Suppose we are doing some jobs using the MapReduce program, that MapReduce tracker job tracker will identify the task and everything it will assign, and it will process with the help of this MapRed site.xml. Okay, next we will move with the creating a temporary directory in the user/local/hadoop/temporary. Okay, once the directory is created, next we are going to execute the bash. Why we are executing the bash is that core site.xml, MapRed site.xml, and HDFS site.xml, every file should get updated. So the file should updated. So we are running this execute bash. Once we run the execute bash and type the hadoop name node hyphen format. Once you type the hadoop hyphen name node format, it will run some commands and it will say the system shutdown. It says the hadoop name node hyphen format as completely formatted. Okay, it is shutting down, and it says that the name node is completely formatted. And once we are typing the start hyphen all.sh, it will start all the services. Okay, it will start the name node, data node, the job tracker, task tracker, everything, and the secondary name node. Once it started the thing, we need to check with the help of the JPS command. The JPS command used to check the process ID which are all running. Okay, let's check now the JPS. Once we type the JPS, it will execute the things. Okay, let me check the things now. It has started. You can see this. It has started the data node, secondary name node, and everything. You see, if you see this data node, secondary name node, and then process ID, and the task job tracker, and then the task tracker, and then the name node. Okay, we have successfully installed the hadoop in our local machine, Ubuntu 14.01 0.4 version. Okay, now we are going to check it in our browser whether the 14.1 is reflecting or not. Like the hadoop is in hadoop name node, data node is reflecting in the IP address or not. Okay, localhost colon. Okay, the command we need to type http colon http colon / local hosts colon 50075. Once we type that, it will show that the directories that it will be installed. Okay, it's showing some. Okay, let me check with this localhost colon 50075. Okay, it's redirecting somewhere else. This is not the host. It's localhost 50070, I think. Okay. Okay, the system is now successfully installed. The hadoop system is successfully installed. You can check the live nodes. Okay, you can see that the live node and the configured capacity is 13.5 GB and the used is 0 GB, and the non-distributed file system is used 5.06 GB, and remaining GB is 7.94, and the block size is 1, and the remaining percentage is 58.39, and the used is 0. It's not showing any of the used case percentage, and the node is Ubuntu, and the last contact is 2. Okay, and we will go back to this one and we will check this dead nodes. There is, I think we don't have any dead nodes. The dead data nodes is 0. Dead data nodes is nothing but the data nodes that are failure, some nodes that will be noted in the data nodes, and the decommissioning nodes. Like if your system is going up, at the time we don't want some of the nodes to be in the we don't want that nodes, we can decommission that nodes. That nodes is represented as 0 here, and we will choose the browse file system. Once we choose this browse file system, it will shows the directory. The name is /user, and the type is directory, and the size, replication, block size, modification time, and then the owner, and then the supergroup. All those things it will show. And next we will see the log. These logs are like a data node log, job tracker logs, name node log, secondary name node, task tracker. Why these things are used, right? If you get any errors in the real time, at the time we will go and check in this log. With the help of this log, we can be able to find what is the error that is we are getting, and with the help of the error we can rectify in the real time. Okay, next what we will see is that we will try. Okay, it's not. Oh, okay, the Java version is checked in the. Okay, you can search streaming jobs. Okay, you can see that the MapReduce framework for everyone enjoyed this video. Okay, please do subscribe and comment my channel in YouTube. Okay, by going to Technology Fresh, and you can subscribe my channel. We have a lot of contents related to big data, like Apache Hive, and then MySQL, Flume, and then we have lots and more. Please do subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.